Miami your face.
That shit you sent me?
Like Minnesota,
Oh,
like
yeah.
4v3, we still have to be using our numbers to get those bombs planted and again trust our post plant, which has been so successful. And how about it? Let's do it right now. 4v3.
First blood for Ken.
You've gotten street control with that win onto 04. We should be looking to get this bomb planted.
Oh yeah, man up advantage. We already have a little bit of presence through the mid street. Kenny's giving info. At least a couple players sitting towards the mid courtyard, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to spot that.
Nice
shot.
Oh, let's go, Ken.
Yo,
talking about, man.
Damn. 1v4 now for Neptune.
Kylo
this is what I'm talking about.
That was
a
drives
4v1.
again.
We're gonna plant and we're gonna win the
that's
round.
a good
So
start.
it's just one of those things that first
talking
blood is
about, man.
obviously overemphasized
Last
here with
player
the
up,
3 from Kenny.
Neptune.
That was
But
actually
statistics
filthy, bro.
often
Give him
come
the
by
ace
way
for
of
that. He
moments
deserves
like
the
this,
ace.
where it's 4v2s, 3v1s, and then we're planting the bomb late. Neptune, little pop over the wall. Maybe sees Kenny, who's working on the opening round ace.
Yeah, Ken's just gonna back up here.
Kenny will give him a little bit of space.
Oh my gosh.
And
Nah, he's got the
I
read
think
on
he
him.
maybe just saw the slide.
There he
Wow.
is.
Definitely
Ken
hear
with the
the
names.
sound
Come on,
cue,
man.
and
That's
Kenny's
right.
gonna
That was
find
dirty.
all
Yeah, that was
four
Some
and
dirty.
get us
insane
kicking off in
shots,
this
long
rewind.
range courtyard, and then
that is
pisses on the guy
unbelievable,
outside
actually.
Burger.
Nice little
Find the
transfer,
first one
yeah.
onto 0-4, the freebie on the nasty.
All right,
but
round
then
one,
to
Rocker.
get the
Yeah, I
jump
waited
on
an
a
hour
Boozer,
last
but
night
Boozer
for
had
two
to jump
chicken
on
Caesar
you and
wraps.
Burger
For that
with not
place?
really many bullets
Like
in
the
your
place that's
clip.
gone viral in
Yeah,
Dallas.
yeah, yeah.
He's able
Was
to
it good?
snap.
It was fire.
Like you
but-
went there?
Yeah, I went there and I waited in the restaurant for 1 hour.
Take a look back
They said
at
20
it
minutes.
again.
I said,
don't know
okay,
what
I'll wait
Nancy
for
was
that.
doing right here, but a
Then
Boozer
it turned
ain't
into an
gotta
hour.
get this
Oh,
straight.
yeah.
What am I gonna do? I already paid. I'm not walking out.
I too had a really good chicken Caesar salad last night at
Huge
Earl's.
statement.
Okay.
Vancouver
I was
team on this
mind
match.
blown.
Love to do what we just
That
saw
little
right there. Play
lemon
kind of a double up
zest
over
down
towards
there.
Burger.
Oh.
But now a quick action from the SMGs. Neptune for the
Okay,
first.
trades out.
Trying to slide away from Astral, who does get the trade. Fob off the
Yo, Zurich with membership. Welcome to Johnny Zins, brother.
Yeah, Zurich, welcome to the Bows Nation, baby.
The
Bozos?
And they will
Trap
win
House
the
Bandit.
day over the top of the A site, leaving a boost
All right,
for a
this is-
1v2.
Yeah, that's
Solid
it.
start for Rocker. If they capitalize on this 2v1, go up 2 on the
I thought you
map.
had our mid street. These guys are shooting me with all
game
their
might
AR
be over.
presence from those mid angles.
That is
But
yeah,
Minnesota
25 points.
Don't start off with the first
That's
blood.
all.
Just have better positionings. And big shout out to Gio right there,
That's
because
all.
he was the guy who usually camps around courtyard. Instantly finds a trade to make it a 2v2, and then is able to
6-0
get
start
out of
for
dodge,
Ken.
set up
Here we
Kenny
go.
for that kill to make it a 2v1.
Oh my god, they killed
And then
Kenny.
isolate onto the final player in towards Burger.
No, fuck
Vancouver
you,
loved
Cal.
those rounds though, Alan. When they
How'd
could
you
just
actually
beat
set
in the
my
mix,
bows,
it's
Mr.
just
Jason?
right there. They didn't have every player in the mix, and unfortunately it comes back to bite them.
Yeah, absolutely the case.
I mean,
Damn,
imagine
Joker's
the
going for
And that's kind of, again,
storylines we
talking
play
about
Ken
Vancouver,
round
we've
one.
spent a lot of time mentioning what Rockers kind of,
Cinema.
well, either pros and or cons sometimes come from. But for this Vancouver team, in particular on
Would be
Rewind,
crazy.
it's been a pretty successful match,
Indeed,
especially
indeed.
lately with that round 11 win versus Toronto. But they have been subject to getting a little bit over aggressive and being punished for it, as Kenny's RCXD will come to a pretty anticlimactic finish through the middle of A. Doesn't even allow the bomb to really get through, but Gio has gotten a look at 04, and they know that Generators is not safe.
Yeah, and this is why they're not being super quick in towards the safe site. They use a lot of attacks. They use an RCE card, but with Gio having that
Dude,
info, that they
he's
have an
automatic
angle
right now.
7-0.
to shut us down here at the A site. We got to try to find an opening.
Ah.
And Kenny's able to strike again through the mid street. Narrow finds a second. Instant 4v2. Let's get
Okay,
the objective
3v2
down.
now.
Nasty, good timing with a little pop out. to
Dude,
find
this
at least
guy is
one kill
reading
on the mid row, but
everything.
yeah, Kenny has just not allowed
8-0.
anybody to move from Burger through that street in any form. 8-0 through 3 rounds.
Oh, shot punch.
Nasty little
Give
shot
it to
punch
Ken,
come
man.
through, but
Dude,
there's
9-0
kill
for
number
Kenny.
9, and we may have some record-setting pace here out of Quavo Ken.
Yeah, this guy might be employee of the month over there in the Burger Town. Every single kill that's going
That's
down on
Pap.
that side.
He's locking down that street,
It's
man.
always been one in favor of Kenny. A 9-0 start. Hellstorm already secured in the back pocket. And for Rocker, looking for some kind of life. Obviously,
3
being
kills
down by
around right
40,
now for Ken
but
Dog.
Optic finding that W in their previous series versus Ultra. You need to try to make up some. Kenny's at least having the answer here in Search and Destroy.
Hey, he had it in the hard point, too. Let's be honest. He was the one keeping Minnesota
Damn, what the
remotely
fuck?
in the game early.
Yeah, that's over.
Heck of a series from Ken to this point, and at a certain point, you might even want to
Yeah,
think about, like,
OKC's
let's just let Kenny just go
dominating.
kill things, because he has got triple the number of kills as the rest of his teammates. Vancouver going to really just, again, appreciate and respect the fact that Minnesota will meet them to fight inside of A. Will toss their nades and get out of there. But look at this. 4-man wrap for Minnesota, and Vancouver have no idea about this.
Yeah, they're doing this very, very quickly, and they already
Okay,
spot
they
these
busting
generator
through
doors
A,
being
but
open.
they're already
so you're
through
not
Gen,
gonna
so
get
it's
so
gonna come
flank
right behind
through
them.
mid-zig,
Oh,
and they're
man.
setting
On the
up
Minnesota.
Astro
Yeah,
and Narrow
Minnesota's playing this
to line up the
flawless.
first two.
Weird, that shit ain't
This sort of
right.
looks like the way that Vancouver are playing this, the way that Minnesota like like to play it early on, which is just slow as hell through gens.
Oh
and
my
if
God,
that
I can't
doesn't
kill
work
Kenny.
out, then we're just gonna get collapsed on 1v4 here for Abuza.
Nah, go for the
Kenny
flawless.
Has, I'm sure, some
If you
idea.
turn, you'll see the shadow. If you
that
turn,
Abuza
you see
likes
the
to play
shadow.
towards this outside street. And the more that
Oh.
they wait, the more that, well, this could happen.
Oh, falls
Ken,
right
how
into
are
his
ya?
lap. 10-0.
He's got double-digit kills. 10-0 start for Ken.
It's one of those. One of those searches. Everything's
is
just
Mr.
going
Burger.
perfect, man.
Mr. Burger
Look at
time
that.
right now. He's found at least 7 of his
4-0.
10 kills on this side of the map.
Minnesota
couldn't
reading
come
the
any
map
easier.
perfect.
Well, fuck it. Can I
Walks
run
right
him?
into the butt of Abuza. Shoots him
Yo,
in the
Zert
back
and Andrew, thank
puts
you
him
for
at
the
a
members here on
flawless
the
10-0, but this is
YouTube.
where
Salute.
Vancouver just need to start to step up their pacing.
Yeah.
That's 4 rounds in a row where you're just allowing Minnesota to dictate how the map is going to be played. And when you're not really playing for info early on into these rounds, they are just catching you off guard with their mid-round
Oh, yeah.
adjustments. So Vancouver
He's back to his
need
hot
step up
spot.
the pacing here.
Oh, look at the respect. They don't even want to challenge Kenny anymore. They're just going to put Abuza on the corner barrel. Let all the SMGs just play over towards gens. Gio's gotten a read at this, though, with doors being popped and
Oh,
nades slightly
Gio,
coming through,
another
and Gio
blood?
will find the opening first blood.
Player trapped.
Vancouver just looked completely
And
distraught
connected?
without their ability to
Dude,
play
they
through
are
street
picking them
legitimately.
apart. Holy shit. They've got
Nothing is currently
6
working
total
for them.
kills.
Picked off again
Damn.
now in another
Oh, what?
4v2
I think we're gonna be
round
tied up
again,
at 1
now
here,
another
Scump.
1v4
Yeah, it's
round for
probably
Neptune
likely.
technically on the cards. And Kenny trying to find
Come
kill
on, give him
number
the
11.
kill.
I think there are some Call of Duty
Dude,
aficionados
it's just
that are
perfect
sitting
right
here
now.
saying,
He's
"We
just
want this
falling right
game
up
to
to
go
his lap.
longer because we want to see Kenny
11-0 for
continue to
Ken,
do this."
5-0 in search.
11-0. And there may not be enough rounds to play for him to break the record, but in terms of flawless search and destroy, you're getting it right now out of Ken.
Yeah, he might end this map with the highest S&D
Do we
KD
get
that
a
we have on the
6-0
season.
flawless here from Minnesota?
So far, 11.0. Kenny, yeah, I'll be smiling too, man. The search and destroy cannot get any easier than this. And keep in mind, still, he has that Hellstorm in his back pocket. You're probably going to use it here
Yeah,
to try
they
to
still
close
have
out
the
6-0.
Hellstorm too.
Yeah,
This
why
should
not?
be donezo.
All right, Ken.
Not
Go
many
flawless
words that
then.
could be saved here. Ooh. Maybe a little screen shake takes him away from the last bullet needed to find
Take
first
me
blood for kill number
away.
12.
No way is their
And
play
yeah,
call.
apparently it is. We're just going to go all the way around the outside
Call
over to
that
B
missile.
for a quick plant. And you may beat the timing of the Hellstorm here if you're Vancouver, but the retake can be difficult, I would say. to
Here it
try to
comes.
Last through with this happening. Hellstorm's
MN
in. You've got all
stacking
3 Minnesota
inside of
players
A.
playing inside. And now it just comes down to the timing of when they want to try to crunch in towards Jens.
Okay.
Astro trying to make the first
Oh,
move.
they
Doesn't
line
win
up.
the first battle. Follow up is decent. Nero one more.
1v2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is it?
And
Neptune.
now it's just down to Neptune 1v2.
Time is on his side.
And
Wow.
they win it
20 seconds. Just gotta
6-0.
locate
What a
one.
Kenny
knack.
doesn't die at all.
The
Prepare with
flawless
the
from
snap through
Ken, the
gens.
flawless chopstick,
Quavo,
sure.
I mean, that was dominant. We'll see if they can try and carry some of that into the,
Yeah,
the
the
respawn.
momentum into the
Hey.
next map. I mean,
Vancouver's been struggling a little bit in control as of late, so
That's as good as you can ask for.
a protocol control coming up. MN, they have a chance in this series now, man.
Yeah, final scoreboard once again. Let's blow some smoke up Ken's ass. 11-0, what a map, 1,200 damage. Nero as well dropped 6. Other side, no one really getting going, as we saw a 6-0.
Is that a record?
I don't think it's a record. It might be the best flawless of the year though. 11-0. It's hard to do, man.
Talking to the mic.
There it is. Yeah, S&D KD 11. So yeah, it was attached.
Yeah.
10. Now it's Kenny with 11.
11-0.
Let's get it. Scump.